Welcome back for another update on the mechanical pendulum clock that I've been working on, trying to build it out of Lego parts. I have moved the weight out of the escapement module into its own module. So these are now called modules. And so we have power from gravity being fed through an axle into the escapement module. So I have more height over here, and there's a few things I'd like to do, but I'm not sure I'm going to focus too much more on this at the moment. Now, part of breaking this into its own module was because the weight was getting caught up on the frame and often confusing me why this was stopping, and then I realized the weight is actually caught on something. So now there's less false failures, or the failure is not the weight any longer. Sometimes it is. So the other issue is I wanted to put something in between the weight and the escapement, and that is the ability to rewind the weight without stopping the clock. Right now I have to actually disengage the escape wheel before I can rewind the weight, and then I re-engage the escape wheel. And so with all that time, nothing was happening keeping time. So that's not a good idea. So I want to have a module somewhere in between here that allows me to rewind this in the opposite direction, but will not affect this. And I want possibly the power to continue powering the escape mechanism while I'm rewinding the weight. So I think that involves one of these gear differentials, possibly, maybe a worm gear, I don't know, mainly because whatever I do, rewinding the weights, I don't want that part that I'm touching with rewinding the weight to actually go in the opposite direction, whereas the weight would be forced down there would be more force. The other module I would like to work on is something with gear reduction or something, so that it'll take much longer for the weight to go to the bottom, whereas this will continue to run for a longer period of time. I've heard of some people that said that they could get their Lego based mechanical clocks to run for upwards of 3 days. And it would be nice to figure out if I could do that as well. That might also mean the escape module has to change to something completely different. Who knows at this point? But with the plug and play aspect of how everything's modularized, that becomes a better possibility where I can set one attempt to the side and try and attack the problem from a different angle. And we have a stopped clock. Why is it stopped? There we go. I haven't set up the actual gears yet for the, so I have the gears in the other room. Eventually I need to make a clock face for those as well. But that's like the last part of it, I think. All right, so that's the update for today. Modularization and a gravity tower. So there'll probably be something in between these two with the next update that makes this make more sense than just a height aspect.